13 days away, and here's a reminder of where the Hornets are picking. They hold the 4th overall pick behind the Mavericks, Spurs, and 76ers. Unless they trade up or there's some sort of miracle, Duke's Cooper Flagg will not be wearing purple and teal. So who is Charlotte targeting? Mike is with someone who might know that answer.
Once a Clemson Tiger, always a Clemson Tiger. Now he's an analyst for FanDuel. Terrence Oglesby, how are you, sir?
I'm doing great. Taking a little time off, watching some NBA playoffs, and kind of rearranging and getting ready for next season as far as the Hornets are concerned. So exciting times for everybody involved, and I'm happy to be here with you.
We got a long way to go before the start of next season.
That's right.
NBA draft. Now, Hornets got the 4th pick.
Sure.
Not to throw any salt in the wound here, but if Charlotte got number 1, how much of a difference maker could have Cooper Flagg been?
I mean, here's the deal. Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
I know.
I mean, that's one of the things.
You're the expert, though. Break it down. What are we talking about?
Well, here, Cooper Flagg's a terrific ball player, and he's going to be able to make a huge impact on the defensive side of the ball. That's one of the things you talk about first with him is what he's able to do, the amount of court coverage he's able to have, his ability to block shots. He does all those things at an extremely high level. And his competitive aspect is something that franchises crave. So he's going to average 30 points a game. Nobody's going to impact the game in every single way possible. A really special player and somebody that a lot of jerseys is going to be sold with the name Flagg on the back.
The 2 names that a lot of mock drafts have linked to the Hornets,
Sure.
VJ Edgecombe and Con Knipley. 2 vastly different players in terms of what they bring. Well, before we break it down into what you think the Hornets should do, who you think would be a better fit, let's break down each player. What are the pros and cons of drafting someone like VJ Edgecombe?
VJ Edgecombe, I think the big thing is you look at his size compared to the rest of the NBA. He's a little bit on the smaller side, especially for a wing. He's not really this dynamic ball handler that you would hope to have as a secondary piece. But you look at his athleticism, a 1% athlete, his ability to play chin at the rim at about 6'4", 6'5". He's a different kind of player as far as that's concerned. And you want to talk about lobs with Miles Bridges? Throw some lobs to VJ Edgecombe and see what happens. And you throw in the fact that he played on the Bahamian senior men's national team alongside Eric Gordon and DeAndre Ayton and some other NBA players as well. He knows how to play a role, and he can be effective in that role from day one.
Okay, but then there's Con Kniple, and
Absolutely.
this guy can shoot the heck out of the basketball. That's going for him. What do you like about taking him potentially?
Well, I think the physical makeup of him, he's not going to jump over you and dunk on you like VJ Edgecombe is. But what he is going to do, he shot 40.9% from 3 at Duke. Some of those being difficult looks, but he shot even higher in catch and shoot situations. What better player to play with LaMelo Ball than a guy that you know can shoot 45% from 3, given that opportunity and given that space? Another thing that I think is underrated about Con Kniple's game is his ability to create off the bounce. And
a lot of people think of him as just a shooter, but
absolutely.
he can do more than that.
And the thing is, he's not going to blind you with quickness, but he's so strong physically that as soon as he gets you on his hip, you're trapped. There's nothing you can do. So you put him in ball screen situations. He's a cerebral guy. He can find guys, especially at weird angles, passing to opposite corners. And Duke fans know all this information. I'm just regurgitating it to you for the fun of this. But I think he's a fantastic player. I think both of those guys go about their business in a very professional manner. Everything you hear behind the scenes from their coaches in college, even down to high school, these guys mean business and they know how to approach the game. And over the last couple of years, you've seen the Hornets front office. That's been a point of emphasis. Professional guys that really take the game seriously.
Here's the real question, though. What are the odds that both guys are still on the board by the time the Hornets pick 4th? Because there's been talk, all kinds of talk, of what San Antonio is going to do. Some people have linked Edgecombe to them. Others say they're in the market to make a trade. How do you think San Antonio, their moves, will affect ultimately what Charlotte does and what's left for them?
I think not only San Antonio, but Philadelphia as well at the 3 spot, because there's been talk of VJ going to Philly at 3 and then Ace Bailey sliding down. So it's one of these things where you just kind of have to play it where it's at. I would expect both San Antonio and Philadelphia to entertain the trade market quite a bit, because you look at where their franchises are. San Antonio has Wemby. They have De'Aaron Fox. They have their key pieces. What are they going to do? Do they add a 3rd? That's going to be huge. Giannis is sitting up in Milwaukee. Yeah. Milwaukee has no draft capital. So I'm just throwing that out there. And then Philadelphia, too, like they're more in win-now mode. They have some older pieces in the mix. It makes it tough for them. So I would imagine you look at what the Hornets are going for. Are you playing the long game, or are you wanting somebody to play beside LaMelo right now?
What do you think they're doing?
It's impossible for me to know. I know I work for FanDuel Sports and all that. I don't have access to the draft room. I don't have access to all that stuff. I think because defense has been at the forefront with this number 4 pick, if VJ's on the board, I think he goes. But I would take a long look at Trey Johnson because he's a guy that will be able to score in bunches. You average 19 points a game for Rodney Terry, who didn't set him up with anything. In the SEC, which was the toughest conference in college basketball by a country mile this season, he was able to do that despite not having a ton of offense run for him. You have to be creative. You have to be intentional about getting to your spots. Those things translate, but there are going to be some more bumps in the road with him and Ace Bailey because they have to figure out what is a good shot, what is a great shot, what is acceptable at the NBA level, but both are immensely talented as well.
In the words of Chris Evans as Captain America, I could do this all day with this man. Always fun talking basketball with you.
Always a pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.